Okay, welcome again. Today, Independence Day, July 4th, 2014, and the sun is real bright. I'm probably going to have to wipe my eyes maybe a couple times. Out here on the 4th, but we're going to go see fireworks in a little bit in celebration of Independence Day. I want to talk a little bit about Independence Day. It's a celebration of our freedom. But most of the people in the United States today have no idea what freedom is all about. Freedom was won through war, and multiple wars have we fought to keep our freedom in this country the way that it is, especially in 1940s, the early 1940s, when the communists was trying to take over the world. There was a lot of men died there. A lot of movies that were made about it. In particular, one called Platoon. If you never seen that, go watch that. That's incredible. Incredible. They showed some pretty gory things there, but that's what has to happen in order for us to stay free. And the man that wrote our national anthem, Francis Scott Key, when he was looking out on the bay, looking across to see if our flag was still there, he wrote about that. And people have yet to realize, we've had a couple generations pass that actually, haven't been too involved in war. Some skirmishes, but not like an all-out war against other countries for our literal freedom. And this is the things that we have to realize. We've been in we've been in battles and stuff like that, wars and rumors of wars, that type of thing, and but we haven't been in a world war, as it happened back in those days, World War II and World War I and stuff like that. And we weren't sitting in fear here, just waiting for somebody to come in and take our property and throw us out and in the cold snow and stuff like that. But you can't ever tell what happens when another country takes over. They may come in, throw you all out, put you in a boat, stick you out in the ocean. That's what they want to do. That's pretty much what you got to deal with. So freedom is not free, and the celebration of our independence is really something to celebrate. And the fact that we have a Bible, we have a Bible here that we are allowed to read because we have independence. I read the King James Version. You probably know about that by now. But we have a freedom, and any place you can turn to in this book and start reading about the things that Christ did. It seems like the first thing the devil wants to do when he takes over a country is throw the Bible out of it. Well, he's afraid. I had an atheist tell me not too long ago, he said, "I'm afraid of any religion." I thought, no, you're not. Because atheism is a religion. It takes a lot of faith to believe it. But we have the freedom to be an atheist if we want to be an atheist. We have the freedom in this country to be a Muslim. You can worship cows. You can get a pen of chickens and worship your chickens if that's what you so desire to do. We have the freedom in this country to do that. But I like to just turn over to just any book. I just pop my Bible open sometimes and just start reading. Like right here, it says the sower went out. The sower soweth the word. It's the parable of the sower. He went out to sow, the Bible says in Mark 4:3. And 4:14, it talks the interpretation of it. The sower, soweth the word. That is, the word is this word right here. And we have an ability and a right to sow the word in this country. Yeah, the secular people try to restrict that as much as possible. That's what I said. The first thing you want to do is throw out the Bible as soon as the devil starts taking over. And they don't realize that they're throwing out the very same thing that gave them the freedom to do what they do. Well, it's because they're being spiritually led by somebody, by someone rather, that hates the Bible. That is the old devil himself. You know, he hates freedom. He hates independence. He hates celebration. God gave his people 7 feasts to celebrate, 7 Memorial Days, 7 appointments, God calls them in the Bible. The next one coming up is on August the 4th. It's going to be delayed for a day because of 4th is actually on the Jewish Sabbath, so it's going to happen on the next day, on August the 5th. And this, which is my birthday, by the way, it's the Jewish Memorial Day of the Temple of the destruction of the Second Temple. And so they're going to be celebrating that just like we celebrate Memorial Day for our past loved ones. They, you know, we mourn over them, and the Jews mourn over. Well, why do they mourn over that? Well, because God came and sat in that temple. The very God of heaven that made heaven and earth came and sat on that temple. He went before them, man. And in those days, Israel was the strongest nation on the face of the earth when you have God with you. We need to celebrate that more than anything else. That gives us our independence. That gives us our freedoms. When we have things in the right order, in the right place, you can't be any more free than that. Alrighty. God bless you, and I thank you for joining me. And join me again tomorrow when we be back with another great subject on Cross in the Middle Ministry.